Recently, the latest developments from Maersk, a major shipping company, have stirred new actions in the domestic green driving industry chain in China. Since 2021, Maersk has firmly bet on green methanol, viewing it as the only viable path to achieve low emissions, and has announced that it will require 5 million tons of green methanol supply by 2030, signing cooperation agreements with various domestic parties to secure cargo sources. However, recently, Maersk has signed charter contracts for at least 11 LNG dual-fuel container ships with 2 ship owners, while also planning to build and lease at least 23 LNG dual-fuel container ships. This series of actions has disturbed the sentiments of domestic green methanol investors. What kind of carbon reduction path should be chosen? The ship owners' current financial situation seems to be quite honest. In terms of energy value and cost, LNG is indeed good. Its advantages include a stable and reliable supply chain with recent price reductions. However, its drawback is that it can only achieve about a 20% reduction in carbon dioxide emissions. Meanwhile, some are looking at biogas, but the supply of biogas is dispersed, its scale is limited, and it may indirectly change land use, raising concerns about the feasibility and sustainability of biogas. Facing challenges, let's return to the short-term challenges of green methanol, which lie in the instability of the supply chain and high costs. However, in the medium to long term, with the maturation of the industry chain technology and the continuous reduction of filtration costs, the development space for green methanol, especially electronic methanol, remains vast. So how should we position ourselves now? The investment decision of a project affects economic returns for the next 15 to 20 years. I think the core considerations mainly focus on 2 points. First, look at the competitiveness of the supply chain in the project's location. Whether there is a stable and reliable supply of raw materials, including green electricity filtration and carbon filtration, as well as the distance from the port and the team's professional management capabilities. Secondly, it depends on the production costs. A safety margin at a cost of 3,000 yuan per ton is certainly much greater than that at a cost of 4,000 yuan per ton. Considering future price fluctuations, it is essential to maximize the safety margin of project costs. Some a bit more. In short, from the perspective of ship owners, it is about balancing stable and reliable carbon reduction in the supply chain with cost. In the short term, there is less pressure for carbon reduction. LNG is a practical transitional option, but as carbon taxes and penalties increase, green methanol remains an important choice for decarbonization in the shipping industry. Finally, Chinese companies should adopt a dual approach, as we have repeatedly emphasized in our previous videos. Relying on a single foreign market is undesirable. We must rapidly develop a scaled market for green methanol in energy and chemicals in China, as this is essential for sustainable clean fuel development. Let us seize the development opportunities in green energy together.
Goodbye.